Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is B and you're part of Beekeeper of Plants. If you're new here, welcome and thank you to all of my new subscribers. I have gained a few of you guys since Friday and today's Saturday, so thank you so much. And to all of my returning subscribers, thank you for hanging in there with me in the beehive. So let me tell you what I've been doing. Everybody knows about Palm Street. I went on Palm Street and began looking around and found a seller which sells some plants that I was interested in. And so I got on and actually got a chance to talk with her and ordered some of her plants since I wasn't able to kind of navigate Palm Street. I don't know about you, but I have found that Palm Street for me is very touch and go when trying to navigate it. So I do not have an account. I will not be back on Palm Street. And if I want to buy something else from this seller, I now have her personal information. So that's what I'm going to be sharing with you today. I'm going to let you know who the seller is. I'm also going to let you know what I purchased. And I'm going to give you my first impressions from the packaging all the way to the plants themselves. So I will do that with you today. Another thing we're going to do, so you hang in there with me, is near the end, I am going to repot some Gabriella Hoyas that I recently purchased. If you haven't seen that video, go back, watch that video. It's probably the one right before my part 2 of the room tour, and go back, watch that video, and you will see the Hoyas that I purchased and be able to see exactly how they looked when I unboxed them. But at the end, that's something I'm going to do. I'm going to repot those, put them in their pots, and also use the new potting soil that I got from Repot Me. So we'll be doing that too. So without having you wait any longer, so you'll know exactly what I purchased, let's get started together, okay? Green thumbs up, let's go. So here we go with our box, the big box. Pretty nice size. So, first impressions. First of all, I love the tape that she put on this box. It's really pretty. Really, really pretty tape. I don't know which side is up, so I'm just going to cut it open from here and we'll take it from there. I have my notes here, so I'll be referring to my notes so you'll know exactly what I purchased, just in case they're not labeled. So let's get started. How have you guys been doing? I tell you, here it's a little cloudy, and hopefully the video is bright enough, you know, lit enough for you to be able to see, me clearly, and also the plants, because it's a little cloudy outside today. But other than that, it's been a great day. Yeah, I've not been on Palm Street. I've heard a lot about Palm Street. I heard that Palm Street can also get you in trouble with the bidding. And what I have found out, at least what I've seen, you'll bid on something and they'll go for like $5, maybe $10, but the plant is not very large. So that's something I don't want. I prefer to have kind of like a medium-sized plant. So let's see what we have. Already, I'm liking how she packaged everything. This box is coming from Maryland. She lives in Maryland. So I like how she packaged everything. This right here is my invoice. I can tell it's my invoice. Let me undo it just to make sure. Her tape is so cute. I love pink and green together. So cute. Let's sharing the invoice up, but I know that's exactly what it is. Yeah, it's my invoice. And she wrote me a note. It says, thank you. Enjoy growing your new Hoyas. So that's what I got now. You know, I got some Hoyas. So cute. So let's see. Take it all out. Wow. She really insulated this for me, and I reckon because the weather kind of has turned a little bit, it's kind of cool here, and I'm quite sure it is the same in Maryland. So now, let's see what we have. You see how she insulated the entire box all the way around? And then you see the plants on the inside. I like how she did that. So far, I'm liking how it has come packaged. So let's take all the plants out. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we'll put our box down. So let's see what we have. You know how you go shopping for plants, guys, and you usually get that paper tray to keep your plants in for shopping. That's what I'll be using. I keep everything. You guys should know that by now. I don't throw anything away. I keep it all. Okay, so let's see. Look at how she packaged it. And I'm going to be showing you all 4 of the plants and how she packaged it. I think it's so nice to see when you purchase something from a seller, how they have taken great care of packaging your plant. Okay, I was hoping for a plant stake. So I have this. This is Hoya Genevie. And if you have grown any of these Hoyas that I'm sharing with you today, let me know. I've not grown any of these Hoyas before, so I'm excited to have them in my collection. And I'm looking at her tape. It says Plants by Mad Medina. That's her seller store name. So her name is Medina, actually, and it's Plants by Mad Medina. And she's on Palm Street, guys. A really sweet lady out of Maryland. Okay. Look at how she wrapped everything. More flute. She taped everything so well. Yep, taped everything so well. So I'm going to take it off very gently. Wow. This is Hoya Genevie, guys. Look at that. Look at how green the leaves are. Beautiful. It has a new growth that's emerging. Wow. So let's take the saran wrap off. I love it that she uses saran wrap. Saran wrap holds your plant in a little tighter, so I like that. Already, I am impressed. So she saran wrapped it, then she taped the soil in with more floof. So that's excellent. Let's see if I can get it so you can see the soil and how everything looks. Let's try to free these babies. They've been traveling. Yeah. You know, one thing about unboxings, you can't be in a hurry when you do an unboxing, because you have to be very careful that you don't make a mistake and accidentally cut something that you don't want to cut. So you have to be careful. I need some scissors. Let me grab my scissors here. There we go. See what we have here. Oh, wow. So let's look, wow, at the roots. Well, not the roots, but the soil. Tree fern. That's what she uses. And they're in the 3-inch cups. And look at the roots. Great roots. Yeah. So I will not be repotting these for a long time, because she has done an excellent job in packaging and repotting these. I can tell that nothing needs to be repotted. All of these definitely will stay put until summer. I was going to say spring, but probably until summer, because they're, I mean, it looks really good. Okay, let's look at the next one. This one here is Hoya Sunrise. Now, I know a lot of you guys grow Hoya Sunrise, and they said if you put Hoya Sunrise underneath your plant lights that it will sun stress. So that's something I'll be trying out to see if I can get it to sun stress. But if not, that's perfectly fine. So Hoya Genevie is very nice. Let's see if Hoya Sunrise is equally as nice as Hoya Genevie. Yeah, I love purchasing new plants. Okay, let's unveil it together, see what we have. Okay, yay, let's look. Oh my goodness. This is a gorgeous plant. Oh my, look at the leaves, guys. Oh my goodness. She is absolutely fabulous. Look at that stressing already. Oh my goodness. Let's look at the back. Look at the back of the leaves, how beautiful. Oh my goodness, she is gorgeous. Wow. Okay, so let's take off her saran wrap. You know, I've seen a lot of you with her, but to see her in person is astounding. Wow. She is gorgeous. And she has a few new leaves that are growing. Wow. Definitely someone I will definitely be purchasing from again. You know, when I was talking with her on the phone, she was telling me that she has a lot of plants in general, but like her Hoyas, she has some of the, not specialty Hoyas, but some of the Hoyas that are species. And she enjoys propagating them and, you know, selling them. Sometimes she even give a few away to family and friends, which I think is very sweet of her. So, wow. Let me see if I can cut this saran wrap. I can't wait to contact her to let her know that they arrived. They arrived in excellent, pristine conditions. Don't you love it when you make a purchase and the purchase is more than what you expected it to be? I mean, in a good way, too. It is more than what you anticipated. You know, we all hope when we order that our plants are going to come in pristine conditions. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But man, when they do, how excited are we? Wow, look at that new growth. You see the new growth? Wow, and then this one, look, is is in chunky bark. Wow. And look at the new leaves. You see the two new leaves? Wow. Hoya Sunrise. Excellent, excellent. Let's look at the roots. Look at those roots. Man, she is ready to just continue growing here in my plant room. What I will do, I'm going to stake her. So I'll use one of my stakes and butterfly clips, and I'm going to stake her so she can continue growing up. Yeah. Hoya Sunrise. If you have a Hoya Sunrise, let me know. Let me know how you're growing her. Hoya Sunrise, Hoya Genevie. So far, so good. 2 out of 2, excellent condition. Okay. All righty. Let's get on with the third package. Let's see what this one will be. Yeah. Have you guys ever mailed plants before? And if so, how do you mail yours? Do you wrap them in paper like this and floof? Or do you use the cardboard? I like the cardboard too. I've never mailed plants though. But the cardboard works well too. And I saved some cardboard, like I'm going to mail some plants, but I did save some cardboard because you never know. I might just send one of you some plants. So let's see. How they say never, because you don't know what the new year might bring. Let's see what this girl is. But I can imagine sending plants can be a headache because you want to make sure that they arrive in good condition, especially when it's wintertime. You know, sometimes the weather just doesn't cooperate. I don't care how much insulation you put in there. Sometimes the weather just don't cooperate with us. So let's unveil her and see what she looks like. Let's see. Let's see, guys. Let's see. Okay, let's take the floof off. Ooh-wee. My. Let's see. What is she? This is Hoya SP, which means it's a species, and it's taken gone. And I will put the name on the screen, but it's 𝑇AKENGON, and it's a species. Oh my goodness, look at those leaves. Oh, look at how splashy they are. And then at the back, look at how deep that vein runs, and it's purple. So I can imagine that the bloom will also be a purple bloom. And look at the ridges in the leaves. Look at that one. My. Excellent. And this leaf is firm. It's nice, and it's a thick, hard leaf. Not cardboard thick, but it is thick. And the ridges, look at the ridges. And you can see how prominent the veins are in the back. Okay, let's take off the saran wrap. My. I tell you, anything to make you spend your money, but I tell you what, this is absolutely worth it. This is worth it. My. Absolutely worth it. And then if I can continue growing it and making it just grow and produce blooms, oh man. This here plant also is potted in a good chunky soil. You know, the chunkier the soil, the better it is for your root system, because chunky soil helps aerate the roots. So that's a plus. The only drawback to having a chunky mix, you have to make sure you supplement the roots with nutrients. But other than that, a chunky soil mix is really good. Yeah. Oh my goodness, look. You can kind of see the roots peeking through too. Oh yeah. Look at those roots. This one doesn't seem like it is really well established, but that's okay, because I'm not repotting any of these until definitely the summer. And then you see that it has a new growth coming up in the center. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. Oh my goodness, beautiful. Hoya taken gone. Beautiful. And it's a species. I think this might be my first species too. I don't think I have another species Hoya. I could and not know it, but I don't think I have. Well, guys, we're almost finished, and we're almost to the last one. Like I said earlier, I am going to do a repotting of the Gabriella plants that I got. Go back, watch that video if you haven't. I got 5 beautiful Hoyas from her. They came in pristine conditions. And what I did with those particular Hoyas, I went through and I wanted to learn exactly what their needs are. And what I discovered is some of them need watering more than others, and then there are 2 of them you just water like a cactus. And I like that, because that means, like, when you water a cactus, you hardly ever give a cactus any water. So I like that. So I did a little research on that today. And then, like I said, I purchased some Hoya repotting mix, and we're going to be repotting all 5 of those in that mix. So, and I also did something special to the 3-inch pots that they came in. So stay tuned for that, because that's going to come near the end. So let's look at our last Hoya here, and let's see exactly what this girl is. Could she be another species? Let's see. Because if she is, that means I have 2 species now. To join the family of Hoyas. You know, I said in my tour of the second plant room tour that I wasn't a Hoya head, and I'm not. I don't want to think of myself as a Hoya head. I just want to think of myself as enjoying Hoyas and all types of plants. But I tell you, to be honest with you, once you start looking at these Hoyas, you kind of do become a Hoya head. But I'm not a Hoya head. Remember that. B is not a Hoya head. She just enjoys purchasing Hoyas. I love plants, period. And you know what? I've always enjoyed plants. When I was a little girl, I'm the youngest. I'm the youngest of 4. And being the youngest, I was always under my mom and her sister. And her sister enjoyed gardening as my mom enjoyed houseplants. And so I'm out there with them looking at the plants and everything. And I guess that's where I picked it up at, because I thoroughly enjoy plants. Not only that, but I also have some things that I plant outside. So I enjoy everything from roses to cactus to tropicals to Hoyas, orchids. I like it all. So you can't miss me. And I even do a little gardening. Before moving here, I had a garden and I grew a whole lot of things. And if the Lord says the same, next summer, I would like to do some tomatoes and also some red potatoes. Red potatoes are so easy to grow, and I tell you, they are delicious when you grow them yourself. So I want to try some of those here. Just learning the weather here in the Midwest is a feat for me. So let's see what we have here. What is her name? Let me untape her. Okay, I know what her name is. Let's see if I received the tag though, because I wrote everything down. Okay, all right. Yes, I have a tag. This is Hoya Sumatra. She's another species. Hoya sp. Sumatra. Look at her. She's gorgeous. Look at that huge leaf there. Wow. She too has some speckling on her. Wow, she's beautiful. Yeah. This is one of the newest leaves here because it's very, very soft. And this one is too. And she has 2, you see the 2 new tendrils? So she has 2 new tendrils there. Wow. Okay, so let's untape her. So I have 2 species. Let's see what her roots look like. And from my vantage point, looks like there's a new growth coming up from the soil. So as soon as I get all the saran wrap off, you'll be able to see what I'm seeing. Have you ever unboxed something and accidentally cut a leaf? You have to really be careful because you really can't see what you're cutting because everything is packaged so beautifully. But you got to be so careful because you don't want to make that mistake. That would be disastrous. I probably would end up crying. You also have heard me say, you know, unboxing and also repotting plants is a messy job. But you know what? I'll take the mess for such a good unboxing like this. Wow. Yeah. Look at the bottom of that. You see in the soil? Wow. So she has a new growth point coming from that stalk right there. Yeah, a new growth point, which is amazing because you know what? When you cut one of these stems low, all it needs is to have a node in order to continue growing. That's all it needs is a node to continue growing. The leaves are nice and thick. I love the veining. Nice and dark green. And let's look at the roots. Oh my goodness. Excellent, excellent roots. Cocoa chips. Wow, excellent. Oh my goodness. Wow. Hoya SP Sumatra. Well, guys, I tell you, I have thoroughly enjoyed unboxing all 4 of these Hoyas with you. What we're going to do now is move on to the repotting of Gabriella plants. So stay tuned for that. Get ready and let's go. I was going to actually show you the repotting of each of those, but I lost the footage. So instead, I'm going to take you back through what I actually did and share with you the soil that I used, where I got the soil from, and then I will show you each of those plants, and I'll even show you some things that I did to a few of them. So are you ready? Green thumbs up. Let's go. So let's go with the plant soil that I used. I purchased soil from Repotting. Okay, I don't know if you've ever been on their website, but I actually have been on their website before and purchased soil from them before. This is my very first time, however, purchasing Hoya soil from them. Inside the Hoya soil is cocoa coir, perlite, coconut chips, and pine bark with charcoal. It's a very, very airy mix, really good for the roots, really good to help the plants to continue to grow, not only roots, but also leaves and bloom. So that's what we're hoping for, all righty? So the first plant that I'm going to share with you is the Hoya verticillata, okay? Let's look at it. I have repotted it in the Repot Me soil. I even took the cute little pots that they came in and I spray painted them. So I spray painted each of these pots and gave them a glow up. Okay? Now, With this Hoya verticillata, what I did, it had a tendril that was growing from this node. All right. What I did, I cut it off. Okay. And it's just left with this node, which will still grow leaves. That's all I did. I also made a plant stake, and this plant stake just lets me know that I need to let this Hoya verticillata dry out between watering. And this is how she looks. Okay? Real nice plant. All righty, so we're going to sit her aside. The next Hoya that I got in that unboxing was this one here. This is Hoya 039, UT039. And let's look at her. A beautiful, beautiful plant. Her tendril is growing, and she has 2 leaves that have since come on her. So she's continuing to grow. We have a growth point right there. And we have a growth point right there. And then there's another small one that's growing right there. Righty? So on her stake, it says that she likes cactus type watering, which is really good. She doesn't need a lot of moisture, so that's good. Okay? Hoya UT039. Okay? Sit her here. The next Hoya is the Hoya Imperialis. Okay? She's growing well. She likes moisture. And if you look, you see that she has a new leaf that is unfurling. And actually, since the unboxing, guys, this leaf, believe it or not, it really has unfurled a lot more. And if you look closely, you can see the beautiful substrate, the Repotting substrate. Very fluffy. You see the bark, you see the perlite. You can even see the cocoa husk in the back there. Okay? Hoya Imperialis. She likes to say, stay consistently moist. So I got to make sure I give her a lot of water, which I will need to do. Okay? The next one, look at this beauty here. Look at her. Hoya Breland. A very pretty name. I had mentioned in the unboxing that could be a girl's name. And if you look, you see all of those area roots? Very easy to propagate if I chose to propagate her. She has an extending growth point. You see that? Here's another growth point there. And she came to me very, very full. Really nice plant. And she too likes cactus type watering. And you would think not, because her leaves are kind of thin, right? But she doesn't like a lot of water. So that's really good. Hoya Breland. Okay, so the last Hoya from the Gabriella unboxing is the Hoya caudata. I absolutely adore this plant. I do. For so many reasons. The first reason, I really like her wavy edges. I like her wavy edges. So pretty. The leaves are like cardboard. They feel like cardboard. Kind of rough-like. And what really got me is if you look very, very closely, you can see that she has some leaves that are coming on each of these stems here. Those are not roots. Those are teeny tiny leaves, guys. This girl here likes to dry out between watering. So I have to make sure that she's completely dry before I water her. Okay? So let's look at my tray of Hoyas here. I have a total of 9 brand new Hoyas. A beautiful, beautiful selection of Hoyas. So guys, I am so thrilled that I got a chance to share with you all of my new Hoyas that I received in the mail. And the last thing I'm going to share with you is what I use to water my plants with, especially when I do a repot. This is Super Thrive here. 1 teaspoon, okay, of Super Thrive per gallon of water. And I use Super Thrive with anything that is a brand new repot, just to get them started, okay? And so that is all that I have for you today. Once again, I apologize for you not being able to see me repot these guys from Gabriella plants, but that's okay, because guess what? There are many, many repotting videos to come, and you will be able to see me repot those. So please accept my apologies. I hope you still enjoyed the video, and I definitely will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.